let's talk more about barbells. That is what is the next piece of equipment, which is a highly popular piece of equipment, especially with people who are doing strength training. And barbells have a few great pros with them. One, again, all of the weights are created equal and going to be exactly what it says. Two, they make heavy lifting easier than dumbbells. Certainly not easier than a machine, but obviously machines don't work your stabilizer muscles. You know, when you need to use free weights and you need to go heavy, you need to use a barbell. And that's because the weight is all kept together. And just it being kept together like that makes it so much easier. And as I said, you want to use a rack and start at the top of the position. All right, just like how people do not start doing squats from the bottom in the squatted position. There is a reason for that. It is not ergonomical. And then number three, the last pro, is that barbells are optimal for the 5 to 15 rep range. They are also, of course, great for the 1 to 5 rep range if you're doing strength training and powerlifting. However, they are less ergonomical than using machines. They're only something you need to do in that rep range if you want to be a competitor. But now barbells also have a few cons to balance them out. One is that your hands are in a fixed position when holding them, which limits your range of motion and can be less ergonomical than other pieces of equipment. And so for these reasons, it's suboptimal. Also, they are more dangerous when pressing heavy weight or going to failure because the bar can come down on you and hurt you. So you always need a spotter when you are bench pressing using a barbell, all right, unless you're not going anywhere near failure, which is suboptimal, right? So safety first, use a spotter when bench pressing heavy. Also, lastly, they make lifting heavy weight easier, which, though that is a pro sometimes, it can also be limiting at a point because when you're trying to get stronger or do hypertrophy training, you do not want to be doing things that make it easier, but things that make it harder. So for these reasons, barbells are not the be-all, end-all of equipment. You still do want to be using some other forms of equipment to get optimal training in.